If I told you that real power doesn't come from chasing everything you see, would you believe it? If I told you that true leaders don't roar at every opportunity, they wait, they watch, and then they move, would you listen? The lion has nothing to prove to the jungle, because when you know who you are, you don't need to convince anyone else.
We live in a world that glorifies noise, hustle, speed, competition. But look at the lion. It moves only when necessary. It wastes no motion, no energy, no attention. It doesn't fear missing out because it understands something most of us forget. Power isn't in constant movement. It's in controlled stillness.
That's the challenge of our generation. To remain still in a world that constantly demands reaction. To hold your fire until the right target appears. To resist the urge to chase every opportunity, every distraction, every opinion. Because the strongest are not those who do the most. They're the ones who know when not to move.
The lion doesn't fear silence. It uses it. It doesn't chase validation. It embodies confidence. And it doesn't follow the noise. It follows instinct. That's the discipline of a lion.
And this discipline, this calm, quiet strength, is what separates the reactive from the remarkable, the scattered from the focused, the ordinary from the extraordinary.
Today, you'll learn what it means to live like the lion, with patience, control, and quiet dominance over chaos. Because when you master the discipline of a lion, you stop living like prey. You start leading like a king.
Watch a lion long enough, and you'll see something different from every other creature. While others rush, the lion observes. While others panic, it waits. While others run in packs, it stands alone with absolute certainty in its strength.
That's why the lion is called the king of the jungle. Not because it's the fastest, not because it's the biggest, but because it carries itself with a level of composure the rest can't comprehend. Its presence commands respect before it even roars.
The lion teaches us a truth we forget too easily. That self-control is the foundation of all greatness. Not talent, not luck, not opportunity, but discipline. The ability to act, think, and feel in alignment with your purpose, even when emotions, pressure, or temptation pull you away.
You see, anyone can act strong when life is easy, but lions don't earn their crown in comfort. They earn it in storms. They earn it when hunger hits, when uncertainty rises, when every instinct screams to quit. That's when the lion's discipline takes over.
And so, as you listen today, remember, this isn't about becoming louder, faster, or busier. It's about becoming sharper, more intentional, more patient, more powerful.
Because the lion doesn't need to tell the jungle who it is. It just walks, and the world makes way.
And that's when the truth hits. Lesson 1. Move with purpose, not impulse. The lion doesn't wake up and sprint after every sound in the savannah. It waits. It observes. It moves when the time is right. And when it does, every muscle, every step, every breath has intention behind it.
That's the kind of power most people never learn. The power of patience and precision. Most of us are taught to do more, to move faster, to react immediately, but movement without purpose isn't progress. It's panic disguised as productivity, and the lion never panics.
Think about your own life. How many times have you chased something, a goal, a person, an opportunity, just because you didn't want to feel left behind? You moved fast, but not smart. You acted quickly, but not clearly. That's how energy gets wasted, focus gets scattered, and potential gets buried.
The lion teaches us not every movement is meant to be made. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is wait, to pause, to observe the field, to calculate your moves so when you strike, you don't miss.
Impulse is the enemy of greatness, because impulse reacts to emotion. Purpose responds to strategy. Impulse is about proving yourself. Purpose is about improving yourself. When you move with impulse, you burn out fast. When you move with purpose, you build something that lasts.
Success isn't about speed. It's about timing. Every empire falls when it moves without direction. Every dream dies when action replaces intention. So, if you want to lead your life like a lion, stop chasing every noise. Start choosing what's worth your movement.
The lion doesn't get distracted by every small prey that runs by. It ignores the weak, the meaningless, the trivial. It saves its strength for the one strike that feeds it for days. That's not laziness, that's wisdom.
Because when your actions are aligned with your vision, you don't need to move constantly to make progress. You move correctly, and that's what creates momentum. Discipline is knowing when to act and when to wait.
So the next time life tempts you to react, breathe, pause. Ask yourself, am I moving out of fear or focus? Because when you move with purpose, you don't chase success, you attract it.
The jungle is full of noise, movement, and distraction. But the lion doesn't compete with chaos. It waits until silence falls, and then it strikes once. That's the kind of power that creates leaders.
And that quiet, patient strength leads us to the next truth. Lesson 2. Patience is power. The lion knows hunger like few others. Days may pass without a meal. Yet it does not rush. It does not waste strength on chasing shadows. It waits, and that patience turns hunger into focus.
Patience isn't weakness. It's the highest form of strength, because anyone can act when things go right. But only the disciplined can remain composed when things delay, detour, or disappear.
The world wants you to hurry, to chase every shortcut, to get what you want now. But every great thing takes time. The body, the business, the mindset, the mission. Rushing the process destroys the result.
Think about the seasons. Nature never rushes, yet everything is accomplished. The lion doesn't question whether the hunt will come. It trusts its moment will arrive. That's real faith, not passive waiting, but confident readiness.
When you practice patience, you don't sit idle, you prepare. You sharpen your claws, strengthen your body, and stay alert. You wait, not because you're weak, but because you're building precision.
The impatient break under pressure. The patient rise from it. Because patience turns frustration into focus and waiting into wisdom. So next time life delays you, remember, even the lion doesn't eat every day. But when it does, the jungle knows.
And that wisdom opens the next door. Lesson 3. Master your environment. A lion doesn't blame the savannah. It adapts to it. It studies the wind, the terrain, the patterns of its prey. Because the lion knows. Control doesn't come from the outside world. It comes from mastering yourself within any world.
Most people lose because they fight their environment instead of mastering it. They complain about noise instead of building focus. They chase comfort instead of developing adaptability. But the lion? It thrives in heat, in hunger, in chaos. It's not waiting for the jungle to be easy. It becomes stronger because it's not.
Your environment will never be perfect. Distractions, people, setbacks, temptations. But discipline is not about having ideal conditions. It's about maintaining composure no matter the conditions. That's what separates the hunter from the hunted.
If you want to grow, you can't avoid discomfort. You must learn to turn it into your training ground. Every challenge is a weight that builds your strength. Every failure is a lesson sharpening your awareness.
When you stop fighting your surroundings, you begin mastering them. And when you master them, they no longer control you. Because the lion doesn't wait for permission to rule the jungle. It simply walks through it, prepared, present, powerful.
So whatever your jungle is, your workplace, your home, your mind, study it. Learn its rhythms, its weaknesses, its opportunities. Then use them to your advantage. That's how you become the lion among sheep.
And once you've mastered your environment, you discover something deeper. Lesson 4. Lead with calm confidence. The lion doesn't roar to prove it's the king. It roars because it is. Confidence isn't about noise. It's about knowing your strength without the need for validation.
True leadership isn't loud. It's steady, calm, grounded. People follow the lion not because it demands loyalty, but because it earns respect through presence and composure.
That's where most fall. They try to lead through control, through fear, through volume. But leadership isn't about forcing others to follow. It's about being so centered in who you are that others feel safe walking beside you.
Confidence isn't the absence of doubt. It's the decision to act even when doubt whispers. It's the look in your eyes that says, "I've been through worse and I'm still standing." The lion walks through storms without flinching, and that's why the jungle moves aside.
Calm confidence is magnetic. Because people can feel when you've done the inner work, when you don't need applause, when you don't crumble under criticism. That's discipline disguised as grace.
To lead like a lion, stop trying to prove your worth. Start showing your consistency. Let your actions roar louder than your words. That's how influence is built. Quietly, consistently, and unshakably.
And once you understand calm confidence, you'll realize another truth of the lion's discipline. Lesson 5. Choose battles wisely. The lion doesn't waste energy chasing flies. It doesn't roar at every threat. It doesn't fight just to prove its strength, because strength without strategy is self-destruction. The lion saves its power for the battles that matter.
You see, the lion's not afraid to walk away. That's not weakness. That's wisdom. Because every time you react to nonsense, you give away the very energy meant for your purpose. Not every fight deserves your roar.
Ask yourself, how much energy do you lose reacting to opinions, arguments, distractions? How many times do you fight battles that don't move you forward? The lion never lowers itself to wrestle with hyenas. It keeps walking because its presence alone commands respect.
Sometimes silence is your loudest statement. Sometimes peace is your greatest victory. Choosing your battles isn't about cowardice. It's about clarity. It's about protecting your focus from chaos.
Don't waste your fire on every spark. Wait until it's worth burning for. The lion doesn't chase noise. It waits for the hunt that justifies the strike. And when that moment comes, it gives everything.
Life will test your restraint. People will provoke you, challenge you, try to pull you into their storms. But leaders don't react to every storm. They learn to stay the sky above it. That's how the lion keeps its crown.
And once you learn to conserve that energy, you discover the next truth. Lesson 6. Routine is your hunt. The lion doesn't wake up wondering whether to hunt today. It knows. The hunt is life. Discipline isn't about motivation, it's about routine. It's about doing what must be done, whether you feel like it or not.
We glorify excitement, but success lives in repetition. The lion sharpens its claws every morning, not because it's exciting, but because it's essential. It stretches, it walks the same paths, it studies the same terrain. That's how it stays ready for its moment.
If you wait for inspiration, you'll live an inconsistent life. But if you build a routine, you'll live a powerful one. Because consistency creates confidence, and confidence fuels achievement.
Your routine is your preparation for opportunity. The hunt doesn't reward the hungry, it rewards the prepared. The lion that trains daily doesn't need luck, it needs patience.
Every day you delay your habits, you dull your claws. Every time you skip the discipline, you weaken your dominance. You can't expect to lead if you can't first lead yourself.
Make your discipline sacred. Your morning, your workout, your focus, your rest. Don't wait for the world to motivate you. Be your own roar.
Because the lion's success isn't found in the moment it strikes. It's built in the hundreds of unseen hours it prepared for that strike. That's the hunt of discipline.
And once you live that way, something powerful awakens within you. The control to hold back, the strength to rise, the grace to wait. That's what leads us to the next truth. Lesson 7. The roar of self-control.
The roar of the lion isn't just a sound, it's a signal to the jungle and to itself. It says, I am in control, not of others, but of me. My hunger, my fear, my rage, my doubt, all answer to me.
That's what self-control truly is. Not suppression, but mastery. It's not denying emotion, it's directing it. It's taking the chaos inside and shaping it into something powerful. The lion doesn't silence its instinct, it disciplines it. The more you master yourself, the less the world can manipulate you. No insult, no delay, no temptation can pull you off your path. That's real freedom, not the absence of rules, but the presence of purpose.
Remember, self-control isn't natural. It's trained. And like the lion, you must train it daily, in silence, in solitude, in struggle, until you can say, I am the master of my mind, not its slave.
The lion's roar isn't about dominance. It's a declaration of peace within power. It says, I have nothing to prove, but everything to protect. That's the essence of self-control.
And when you learn that, you finally understand what it means to live like the lion. But before we end, there's one more truth to remember. Lesson 10. The heart of a lion. At the end of the day, the lion doesn't chase fame, fortune, or validation. It simply lives aligned with its nature, strong, steady, and sure. That's what discipline gives you, alignment with your highest self. When your actions, thoughts, and emotions move as one, nothing can stop you.
The lion's heart beats with purpose, not arrogance, but peace. Because true kings and queens don't need crowns, their energy speaks for them. That's what happens when discipline replaces doubt.
You don't need to roar to remind the world who you are. You just need to live like it. Let your focus speak for you. Let your patience define you. Let your silence intimidate your distractions.
The lion teaches us that strength is not about control over others. but control over self. It's not about conquering the jungle. It's about mastering the beast within. And when you do that, you rise above fear, noise, and chaos. You become unstoppable because your peace is your power.
The lion's discipline is not a gift. It's a choice, a daily decision to rise above impulse and lead with intention. So today, choose to move with purpose. Choose patience. Choose mastery. Choose discipline.
Because the world doesn't need more noise. It needs more leaders. And leaders are born not from reaction, but from restraint, not from emotion, but from evolution.
So when life tests you again, when the world pulls at your focus and doubt claws at your spirit, remember this: you are not here to chase. You are here to lead.
Be still, be strong, be disciplined, because the heart of a lion beats inside you, waiting to rise.
This is the lion's discipline.
Hey, thank you so much for watching till the end. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support really helps us create more inspiring videos like this one. We'd also love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let us know what you think or what you'd like to see next. See you in the next video, and until then, stay blessed and stay inspired.